Hey there, this is Brighton Studios. I am coming at you today with a review of the Plarail Thomas and Friends first story set. This pack was released in 2016 as a tie-in to the Adventure Begins film. This film was about the early days of the Northwestern Railway, more specifically, Thomas's origins and his first few adventures on Sodor. After a short shelf life, this pack was re-released in 2021. I'm not sure what prompted this re-release. Perhaps the set sold that well the first time around? Or perhaps it was for the 75th anniversary of Thomas and Friends. Regardless, I believe this pack remains unchanged between the two releases, although I feel that they could have easily done so and improved the product. The release I'm reviewing is the 2016 version, but if you have the newer version, please comment down below if you spot a difference. The box art for this release is stellar, as with all Plarail Thomas releases. It has very vivid, eye-catching, and colorful box art. The box has plastic windows to see the pieces inside the pack, and there are CGI renders of Thomas and James on display next to their respective toys, as well as promotional artwork for the Adventure Begins film. The back features instructions on how to open the locomotives, and how to connect them to rolling stock. The box is easy to open and access the pieces. They are placed in an organized way. Inside are also two collector cards for Thomas and James. These aren't something I have seen before in Plarail products, but they do make for a nice display next to the engines. Maybe some collectors care for these, but the inclusion of these don't really add anything for me. This pack includes a black James, an LBSC livery Thomas, and a neon yellow troublesome truck. First up, we have James, as seen as in the Railway series. He looks just like he does in the Adventure Begins film. This set is the only release of Black James. In both the Plarail or Trackmaster ranges, this pack depicts him as his original livery, which was black, prior to becoming the red snooty engine we all know. This variant is very well detailed, with all the bells and whistles that you'd expect from Plarail. These include painted buffers, whistles, lamp irons, couplings, and his signature number 5. It also has a black undercarriage and a show-accurate CGI face. This James is the newer 2014 version, with the color scheme inverted to match his original paint scheme. As a result, the boiler on this engine is a bit larger than in the show, but that is the only nitpick I have for this item. This James utilizes the new kind of Plarail drive unit, therefore, it is a smooth and quiet runner, even if it isn't the fastest. This variant is a great toy and pretty accurate to the film. Next up, we have Thomas. This Thomas is the same mold as the standard Thomas. The changes are the green and white livery, as well as the number 70 and the letters on the side. This toy is highly detailed, as we have come to expect from Plarail. The running board is white. The lamp irons, buffers, and coupling are all painted. Some improvements I would make are to have white lining on the outside of the wheels to be more accurate to the show. I would also have the chassis painted black instead of left red. That is something that has been unchanged since the very first Plarail Thomas, unfortunately, but I think would be a very easy fix. Lastly, I would have used a CGI Thomas face instead of the older Model Series 1, as it would be more accurate to the era from which this toy is trying to depict. I have never been a fan of this face variant of Thomas, which unfortunately was the standard Plarail Thomas face at the time. I think the current standard Plarail Thomas face would be a good fit. Even better would be the CGI tired face of Thomas, to show that he is exhausted like he was in the beginning of the film, after a hard day's work. I think this could have been corrected with the second release of the pack. Despite this toy is overall amazing and pretty accurate to the film. This engine utilizes the old Thomas type drive unit, which is a fast runner, if a bit loud. Last of all, we have the yellow troublesome truck with a mischievous face. I'm not very fond of the brightly colored, not accurate to the show rolling stock that have been included in Plarail Thomas packs in recent years. There weren't any yellow troublesome trucks in the film. Perhaps gray or red would be more accurate to the show. Or maybe a different kind of truck altogether. A common trend in recent years from Plarail is to make characters as non-motorized push-along engines. This can be done to make smaller engines more accurately proportioned or to avoid taking a spot in the motorized Plarail Thomas lineup, as there are only supposed to be a limited number of characters available at once. Perhaps if they were to include a push-along Plarail Glen the coffee pot engine for this set, that would be more pleasing to fans, and give the set another bright colorful addition to this pack, which is what Takara Tomy seems to be pushing these days. Ultimately, the yellow truck isn't something I care for, and I think Takara Tomy could have easily thought of something more fitting to put in its place. I would recommend this set to anybody who is a fan of the Adventure Begins film, or unique Plarail variants. This is one of the better releases from Plarail in recent years. Unfortunately, this release was exclusive to Toys R Us in Japan, so it may be hard for people to come by it. Regardless, these are high-quality toys, and we are pretty fortunate that they are still available long after the release of the film. Aside from the truck, every item in this pack was a reason for me to buy it. The nitpicks I mentioned are very easy to overlook, or even correct if you would like. This pack is a must-have for Railway Series and Classic Thomas fans. Thanks for watching. Like and comment to help out the channel, and subscribe to keep up with new videos. Until next time.